Hey guys, Pluto here, and welcome back to another fabric modding tutorial video. And in today's episode, we will be covering advanced items. Now, these are items like, say, tools, or armor, or items that can perform an action when you right-click them. Basically, anything like that. And first, we will be focusing on armor. No, not armor, tools. Tools is what I have planned first. So basically, let's get started. So you're going to want to open up your project, and inside of your main package, so com.pluto7073.tutorialmod, for me at least, you can right click, and you're going to want to create a new package and call it materials. And then you're going to create a new thing in here, and you're gonna want to name it basically. For me, we're making our tool material. So for me, I'm gonna do Ruby tool. So Ruby tool material. But you can do whatever you want. You can do potatoes, carrots. I mean, those are just a few examples you can do. I don't know. You can do a lot of stuff. You could do leather tools, wool tools. You could do anything. You can do them with your own stuff. So, like, I'm doing it with the rubies that I added in the last episode and the episode before that. So, Ruby tool material. So here we have this, and we're gonna want to make it extend basically the tool material class. So, tool material implements. Sorry, not extends. I made a mistake. Implements tool material. Okay, there we go. And then just implement these methods. So we're gonna want to, of course, the durability, the mining speed multiplier, attack damage, mining level, enchantability, and repair ingredient. So this is the first few things you need, and my rubies, they're pretty strong, so we're gonna make our durability 1,200. Now, just for a reference, let me pull up something. We just have our tool item durabilities. Now, these are armors, but down here, basically, we have, where is it? So with diamond, you get 1,561 uses. Netherite is 2,031. So basically, just the Minecraft wiki /item_durability is where you will find all of these tool materials. So mine's about just below. The rubies are not as strong as diamonds, but they're still pretty strong. So we're doing 1,200 as our base durability. Now the mining speed multiplier is what we get next, is how fast tools can increase mining blocks. And just for reference, wood tools have a mining speed multiplier of 2, and then diamond has a mining speed multiplier of 8. So I think I'm going to do, and this is a float, so it can be decimal, so I'm going to do 7.5F. Don't forget the F. So I'm going to do, like, in between, just below diamond. Now we're going to want to do the attack damage. So basically, it's the base damage of your tool. So, the tools will have different attack damages. This is just, like, the very base of the tool damage. So, yeah. If you want, you could make, if you want each tool to have a specific amount of damage, then you can make this attack damage be 0.0F or just 0F. But, how it calculates it is, the material damage plus the tool damage plus 1. So, I'm gonna do 7 for this. 7F. There we go. Then we're gonna do mining level. Now, mining levels are interesting. So, mining level is what you will get out of something depending on when you mine it. So, diamond has a mining level of 3. And if you want to mine obsidian with this tool, you're going to want to make it 3 or more. Now, if you want to be able to mine some of your custom blocks that you can't mine with regular diamonds, then you're going to want to do it 4 or above. So, I'm going to do 4 for my mining level, because the max mining level you have in Minecraft is 0 through 3. So then we have enchantability. Now this int represents like how easy it is to enchant. So basically higher number means you can get better enchantments in an enchantment table. And we're gonna want, now gold is 22 and diamond is 10. So I think we're gonna do 50 just to make this super overpowered. Then the repair ingredient. So basically by default this thing will return null, but I'm gonna want to use my ruby that I have right here. So you can do item, oh, that's not right. You're gonna want to do ingredient dot of items, and then you can just basically type the item. So for me it'd be mod items dot ruby. You're not going to want to do the class, you're going to want to do the variable you created in your mod blocks or mod items, whichever one you did. So for me it'd be ingredient dot of items, and then in parentheses dot mod items dot ruby. So here, this is our tool material class. But the next thing we're going to need to do is create the actual tools themselves. So in your items package, you can create a new Java class. Actually, you only need to create classes for the items for certain tools. So first we're going to head over to our mod, oh, that's not right. Cancel. So first you want to head over to your mod items class, and we are going to create our shovel and our sword because they do not require classes. So public static final item, no, tool item, public static final tool item, and then ruby shovel, because we're creating a shovel, equals new shovel item. And then basically we're going to need the tool materials, so we can do the ruby tool, no, that's not right. Ruby tool material dot instance, no, not right. We'll come back to this one. Basically, oh, you know what I forgot to show you is you have to go here and you have to do public static final ruby tool material, or whatever your tool material is, and name it instance. I forgot to actually make this, and just do this. That's it. So then you can go here, dot instance. And then now what we need is the shovel item. It also requires the, hold on, why is this, okay. Shovel item. So it requires our tool material. It requires the attack damage. Now this is the attack damage modifier, so it's gonna add this to your tool material attack damage and then add 1. So we're gonna say the shovel probably doesn't do that much, so we're gonna do 2.5f. Then the attack speed. Now this is the, I think, yeah, this is the modifier for the tool material attack speed. So we're gonna do just 1.0f because we don't want it to really modify it. And then the item.settings is your standard new item.settings, and you can do .group. Then we can just say tools. There. And then also going, I mean, that's pretty much it. We don't really need anything else for that. So that's the shovel done. Then you can pretty much, no, you can't copy that. Static final. So now we need to do not tool item. Yes, tool item. No. Yes. I'm having brain deaths. I can't. Okay. Yes, I'm having huge brain deaths right now. So Ruby sword. This is gonna equal a new sword item, and so what we need is, of course, the tool material. I don't know why I'm not typing. There we go. And then the attack damage. So we're going to make this do a bit more. We're going to make this do 5.0F attack damage modifier. Attack speed, 2.5. So these can be any numbers. You can do anything you want for this. And then just new item.settings group. And then combat. And then that's about it for the shovel and the sword. And of course, don't forget to register them as you would normally do. So just registry, register. Of course, your identifier. So then all you really need to do, yeah, you just have to register them. So Ruby shovel. So there we go. Now we have registered and made our, oops. So now we have made our shovel and our sword. But now we need to make the pickaxe and the axe and the hoe. But the problem with those is their classes have protected stuff, which means we're going to have to create instances of those classes. So first, we're going to do a Ruby pickaxe. And I'm just going to create all the classes first before we mess with them. So then Ruby hoe. And then Ruby axe. So now we have these classes. So basically the pickaxe we're going to do first extends pickaxe item. Then it needs a constructor, but it's going to say protected. Don't do that. Replace this protected with public. And then we're basically going to do the same thing with the other three, except I'm just going to extend hoe item and axe item. So now we've done that with all of these. We have our axe, our hoe, and our pickaxe. So now that we have this, we can easily go back to our mod items class and we can create the variables and then register them all. And it's exactly the same as doing the sword and the shovel. Okay, so now we have registered them all. Registering these three is exactly the same as registering these two, except we just make instances of these three classes instead of pickaxe item, hoe item, and axe item. So now we need to deal with the textures, because if I were to run Minecraft right now, they would not have any textures, and that would not be fun. We would just be using textureless stuff, and you don't want to do that. So I already have some textures here for these, but basically they're just the standard tool textures just altered to look like they're made of rubies, although I made them really poorly. So you can pretty much use your own textures for these, but what I want to show you is the model files for each of these. Now, each of them are going to be exactly the same, except for, of course, the name. But, so basically, you want to do Ruby underscore, well, whatever your thing is, underscore whatever tool you're doing. So I'm going to do the sword first, and then .json. So you just do whatever their ID is. Oh, and not underscore JSON, .json. And then instead of, so normally you do parent Minecraft item slash generated, but no, it's not item slash generated, it's item slash handheld because it has a different, now you don't have to do this, you can use a custom model generator to create your own for this, and I will show you how to do it in the next, well, no, in my resource packs series, which I'm gonna start soon. So you basically do exactly the same, except you replace generated, you do it the exactly the same way as standard items, except instead of doing the item slash generated, it's item slash handheld. Then you just do the path to your texture. And that's about it. So let me just, and it's going to be exactly the same for each of these as it is for this one, except for, of course, the texture names. So now let's just do this. So now we have all of these models, and that's pretty much it for items. Sorry if that's a little fast, I just have a lot of stuff to cover in this video. So now if we run Minecraft, you will see your items, your tools in the game. Hopefully you put them in the creative menu. So here we are inside of Minecraft. Hold on, let me set the time to day so I can see. But basically, if you go into the creative menu, if you scroll down to where you put it, of course we do need to add our language to it. We do need to add it to the language file. But we have our tools here. So now we can walk up, we can go into survival mode, and then we can mine some rubies with our pickaxe. I don't know why this game is absolutely dying. We can mine our stuff. Put this in there. I don't know why I had a shulker box out. We can place our blocks, and we can mine these. And then we can also take our hoe. We can hoe the ground. We can take our axe. We can go destroy a tree. We can take our shovel. And we can start destroying dirt. Oh, and of course the sword. So the sword has 13 attack damage. This has 10.5. This is 11. This has 16, and this has 8. So I think the ruby axe, does the most damage out of every tool I've made on here. But that's about it for tools. So now let's go into armor, and I'm an Alex skin because mod testing is weird. So yeah, let's go into custom armor. So this next part doesn't really have to do with custom items or advanced items that much, but Nil Gaming commented on Fabric Modding Tutorial Episode 2, requesting that I teach you guys how to edit loot tables in the Fabric. Now this is pretty simple, so since, if you notice in the resources folder, it's basically the assets and the data folders that you would have from a resource pack or a data pack. So you can actually, inside of the data folder, create a new folder, new directory, and name it Minecraft. So this, I think you can see where it's going from here. So what I'm gonna do is, I want to make it so that when you destroy an oak log, you still get the oak log, but you have a chance of getting a piece of parchment. So then you just create the loot tables folder, then the new folder corresponding to what type of loot table. So for me, I'm doing a block, so it's going to be blocks. Now this next part is interesting. So you're going to want to open up your .minecraft folder and go into versions, and then select whatever version you are in. So I am going to open up 1.16.4, and then you see this jar file. You're going to need like WinRAR or 7-zip or something that can open up jar files and see the files inside of them. So basically we've opened up this with WinRAR so that we can see in here. Just open up the data folder, go in Minecraft, go in loot tables, then find the loot table you want to edit. So scroll down quite a bit. Um, should be right here, oak log. So this is the loot table we want to edit. So basically drag it out and copy it into the, okay. So you're going to want to drag it out somewhere into a folder first, and then you can move it to here. So now we have this loot table, and this is the oak log loot table. It basically gives us an oak log. Now, what we're going to do is we are going to open up the data pack generators on this link right here that we used in last episode to generate a loot table. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to add in this thing the item you want. And basically, so for here, I'm going to change this to tutorial mod piece of parchment. So this is the item. Now it's gonna give us a little error right here because it doesn't know what that is. But then we can just add, so the roles, no, the functions, we're gonna say set count to what you want. I'm gonna set it to a range of either 1 or 2. And then we can just pretty much say, I think it's set chance. No. So basically all you need to do is in here you can add the random chance condition to it, and this, no, not right there. You can add the, that's not what I meant to do. You can add this thing, you can add random chance. So I'm gonna make it so that you can do, you have an 1 in 8 chance of getting this, and let me just add the set count back, range 2. So, no. So then all you need to do is, in this area, you do not copy the full thing, you can just copy inside of this pools, and then you can hit copy, and then you can go back to here, and after this parenthesis, you can just add a new line and hit paste. And this will add the second pool. So basically now, theoretically, if we open Minecraft and destroy an oak log in survival, we have a 1 in 8 chance of getting a piece of parchment. So here we are inside of Minecraft. So then if we go and we destroy this, we don't get anything this time, or this time, but eventually we should get, yes, there we go, we got 2 pieces of parchment. So it's not every time, because we set the random chance to be a 1 in 8 chance. So editing loot tables is really simple because in Fabric, because you can do it basically like a data pack. So now we have a way for us to get parchment. It's not a really like realistic way, but it's still a way. So now let's.
Okay, so now we are going to add a custom set of armor to our mod. Now this is somewhat similar to tools in the fact that we need a material for it, but it's also a little bit different. So here's how to, we're first going to start with the armor materials. So in this materials directory, create a new class, I think. Yeah, create a new class and call it whatever you want, armor material. So I'm calling it Ruby armor material because I'm making it Ruby armor. And this is going to impl implement an armor material, and make sure to implement these methods. Just add a little enter just for some space. So then what we're going to do is just for simplicity, we're going to create two arrays and we're going to make them private. We're going to say private static final int. We're going to make an array of ints and we're going to call it um, durability durability. And this is going to equal a it's going to equal so first we're going to have 13, then we're going to have 15, then we're going to have 16, and we're going to have 11. So this is like the base durability for each of the pieces of armor. So this last one is helmet, I think. No, yes, I'm not sure. So, oh wait, no, this one's helmet, this one's chest plate, this one's leggings. Oh wait, no, this one's leggings, this one's chest plate, and then this is boots, I think. I'm not exactly sure. Oh yeah. So we're having a durability array, and then we're gonna have one more private static final int. It's an array of ints, and we're gonna do protection. And we're not gonna keep it at this. We're not gonna keep durability at that. We're gonna make it a bit different. So for protection values, for reference, just for some reference, leather is 1, 2, 3, and 1. So this is helmet. No, this is this is helmet. This is chest plate. This is leggings. This is boots. And this is leather. And then for just for a little more reference, this is diamonds and netherite is not 1, 3, 6, 8, and 3. So this is what diamond and netherite have. So I'm going to keep it at that. And then I'm also going to change these all to be exactly the same because that's what I just want to do. So this is the durability for each of the armors. Now we need to get the durability. And how we're going to do that is instead of returning 0 by default, we're going to return the durability with the slot dot get entity slot ID. So it gets the one that corresponds to this. So, so that we honestly, for me, I don't need this. If you're gonna have different durabilities, then you will need that. I'm just gonna do that by default. Now get protection amount. We're gonna do the same thing. Protection, and we're gonna do slot dot get entity slot ID. Now get enchantability. So this is the same thing as the enchantability for the tools. So I'm going to open up my tool material and I'm just going to do the same um, enchantability for this, so 50. So basically the higher the thing, the better enchantments you'll get, the higher the number. Now we need to get an equip sound. So we're going to do sound events dot oh, we need to. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Sound events dot item armor equip. You can do any of these, or you can create your own sound event, which I'll be covering in the next video. So just for simplicity right now, we will be doing the netherite equip sound. So now we need to get the repair ingredient. Now for this, I'm gonna be returning the ruby item I have. This thing right there. So in mod items, it is ruby. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do ingredient dot of items, and then we just pass in our item. So we're going to do mod items dot ruby. Now you can do this with any item. You could do items dot uh, oak log if you wanted to, Or you could do your one of your custom items. And now the get name. So this is going to be like an ID thing, and this is going to come in when we are making our model for the armor. So I'm just going to call it Ruby. And then we're going to do get toughness. Now for this one, what we want is this is I'm not exactly sure. So then there's get knockback resistance, which is only for people who are making mods for 1.16 greater, because this was added with netherite. So for knockback resistance, I'm going to do 0.5 F. And then for this, I'm just going to do like 5.0 F. We'll just do that. So now, then, of course, we need to create, actually, yeah. So now we can go to our mod items, and we're going to create items for each of the armor items that you would have in the inventory. So public static final armor item. Then we're going to call it Ruby underscore Hemlet. Yes, helmet. New armor item. And we're going to say armor material. So, oh, we forgot. Uh, I think we can just, yeah, so we need to go here. We need to create a new variable. And we need to call it uh, public static final Ruby armor material, and then instance, just like we did for the other one, and then new, just like this. And then we can go here and do dot instance. So just like we did for this one. But so it's pretty much the same, but we also need to specify what equipment slot it's going in. So equipment slot dot head. And then we can do the new item dot settings dot group. We're going to do combat. And then you could just repeat this for each one, changing this to head, chest, feet, or legs. So let's do that real quick. So now you should have something like this. And then we basically register it just like we've done with each of our other items. So it would just be registry dot register item, well, registry dot item, new identifier, mod ID, and then Ruby underscore helmet. I keep spelling stuff wrong. And then just Ruby helmet. And there we go. So now we just need to repeat this for our other items. So I've registered all of these items, and I have also added language translations for them for Ruby Helmet, Ruby Chestplate, Ruby Leggings, and Ruby Boots, which I've taught you already, so you should probably be able to do that. So now there's a few more things we need to do. So of course we need to add the textures and the item models for each of these, but that's just like all the other ones. So I will be doing that on my own, but I will show you where I got the textures. So I have a little folder here called 1.16 assets, and then in here I have this. But basically what I did is I used WinRAR to open up the Minecraft jar file and copy this assets folder. So it just has all of the assets. So I think I covered that earlier in the video. If not, you could probably find it. But so what I do is I just find the textures, and I went and found the helmet and just armor in general textures right here. So we have the golden boots, golden leggings, golden chestplate, and golden helmet. And I just copied these and edited them. Well, I haven't yet, but I will. And that's super simple. But the thing that I want to show you is in the textures slash models slash armor folder, you have all of these. So this is what we need. So you need to copy either like diamond, gold, iron, leather, whatever you want to copy, whatever you want your armor to have the same model as, like say netherite if you want to have that little thing. And you can edit this, but you need to copy both the layer 1 and layer 2. So I for simplicity reasons, already have right, where is it? I had them. Oh, Ruby underscore layer underscore one and layer two. So we are going to select these and drag them just to start. We're going to move them into the assets folder. They're not going to stay there, but, and it's very simple looking stuff because I just wanted to get this done as quick as possible. But what you need to do is where you have your get name, I just said Ruby, so it's going to be name underscore layer underscore one and then underscore two. So the layer one will have the helmet, the boots, and the chest plate. And then layer two will have the leggings and then the little like leggings that goes around your waist. So, but the thing is, Minecraft thinks that this armor is like a vanilla armor, so it's looking for the textures in the Minecraft textures folder. So in the assets, you need to create a new folder, directory, call it Minecraft. Not Minecrafty, but Minecraft. Okay. And then you need to create a textures, and then models, and then armor. And then in there is where you will take these. And so now these are in here. So now let's go check in Minecraft to make sure that worked correctly. So here we are in Minecraft. Whoa, something's happening. Okay, so here we are in Minecraft, and we're just gonna go to creative mode. So if you look in the combat area, we have 4 things over here. Now I have not added the item textures yet, but that is completely fine. So we're just gonna take one of each of these, and you will notice that it actually has the correct armor information. Of course, it doesn't look correct there, but if we put it on, you can see that I am wearing ruby armor. Now, you can do the item textures on your own because I just don't want to do that, but because it's pretty simple. So that is how to create custom armor, and I think that is where we are going to leave today's video. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like, and if you enjoyed it, subscribe, I guess. You don't have to. So thanks for watching, and goodbye!